Just a simple drag and drop FLV player, so it accepts Flash video files to be dropped onto it and to play. So essentially here, let's get a little sound going. So yeah, if I drag a file onto here, we can see I'm looking for the FLV format, so when I drag over, it's giving me that little plus sign. And when I drop...
If you saute scallops in a non-stick pan, they won't stick. That's why it's called non-stick. Look at that, non-stick means in Texas we are, but hey.
Any Hell's Kitchen fans? Yeah. See, we're in LA. I actually wanted to take a trip to the actual Hell's Kitchen restaurant, but we don't have time. Yeah, maybe we can take the bus there. So now I've dragged one file onto here. So this is cool, you know, it's a drag and drop player. But I can also do things like detect if there's more than one file, and if there is, expand to show a list box. So when I do this, I can drag over another one, and then the actual window Chrome expands to show me a list box that I can then cycle through the different videos. So that's, you know, kind of cool. But again, my beef with Flex is there's no visual drawing tools. So this was about as good as I could create just inside of Flex. And the video component is pretty lackluster. So the next thing that I created was kind of, okay, what's the next thing I could do? And this is when I started using the Flash authoring tool. And this example was created just in the Flash authoring tool. So it's a similar concept. It's a custom Chrome application. So I can drop an FLV file onto here. So very simple FLV player that I can drag around. So now here, let me turn this down a bit. So I can take a snapshot at any point in time, and it'll spit it out onto the desktop. You know, because there was a big demand for this type of application out there, so I thought I would fill that demand. So anyway, so you can see the performance is really good. I can keep doing this, you know, with the idea that, okay, say I really like this shot, I can then right-click on this shot, choose download screenshot, and save it to the desktop, and it saved out the PNG file. So from here, it was kind of like, okay, you know, I've done the video thing, so music was the next thing. So this is a drag and drop MP3 player. So here's just a, like, you know, typical hip video component with like glassy stuff on it. So I can drag multiple files onto here. So I have some of my favorite music queued up. So I can then drag it onto here, and then it'll start playing the first song in the list. So this is pretty cool. And then since I'm using Flash, I can do the same type of stuff that I can do in Flash. So I can pull this down to expose a playlist. And since we're in LA, San Francisco, is that better? Okay. I thought because we were in LA. So yeah, so I have this. So again, it's really snappy, and you know, there's not a lot of other UI technologies that would be that snappy to kind of adjust the interface like that. So another thing you can do, since this is custom Chrome, I can turn on a visualization that's also like transparent, and we can see it's really snappy to use. So I'm doing a lot of different things in here, and the performance is really good. All right, that's the next snap. So what else? Let's back to slides. How much time do I have, Mike? So essentially, when the user runs it, you can't see anything. So you could run this on somebody's machine, and yeah, it's not that bad. So essentially, I'm now locked out of the desktop, and anytime I click, and I can't get out of it. So basically, you install this on somebody's machine and then leave, and then just let the hilarity ensue. So again, so when there is the capability of actually hiding that war desktop, it won't be in the taskbar, it won't be in the, maybe you can even hide it from the task manager. Then there's going to be all kinds of sketchy apps, but also a lot of cool apps. So literally the only way that I can kill this is to Control-Delete out of it. So if you did this to somebody who wasn't knowledgeable, it could be fine.